Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with layout 11 for How to Kill a Kit with Style. This is another Secret Not Secret Kit Club challenge. So this is Angela's Memorial Day challenge. We were supposed to take one of the military branch's official badges and use the colors and icons in it as our inspiration for our page. You'll see me, I pull it up on my phone and put it on the screen at some point during this process video, so you'll see it. But I decided to go with the Army, one because my brothers both served or have served in the Army, but the colors were also the closest to Wolfpack, and again I'm really trying to use exclusively this collection for all the challenges, so I thought that was just perfect. I went and I basically just looked at all of the papers I had sitting next to me and tried to just layer them on the page how I saw them. I love the style of layering where you just can see all those layers staggered kind of haphazardly. I really liked how that looks. So I'm gutting a few of the pieces, but I'm basically just layering up a few things behind my photo. I know for sure I want to get these camping badges on this page. This is my third to last page I have for the camping, and I have not got these badges on a page yet. And with us using the Army badges as our inspiration, and it has yellow in it and there's no yellow in Wolfpack, I thought putting the badges on this page would bring that element in, and since I'm using badges I might as well use my camping badges. So you'll see those get incorporated. I am gonna just get some of these stuff glued down. I love this background paper too with these trees. I love it. I love the watercolory trees. It does look a little busy, but I'm okay with it just because I love everything on the page. I'm okay with it. I do know it does look a tiny bit busy, but again, I'm okay. Just getting some of these stuff glued down. There we go. There's also brown in the badge as well. That's why I wanted to make sure I pulled in some of the brown elements. I pulled in the 6x6 bear pattern. I also pulled in a few scraps of the wood grain here and there, so you'll see that as well. That piece I'm gluing at the top was one of the branding strips that I used on one of the earliest pages I did, so that's the rest of that branding strip. I think I only have one other branding strip left to use. I think I also only have one full 12x12 page left too, so I'm really trying to make sure I gut, because I want a lot left still to be able to make pages even after I get through the 12x12, so that's most of the time that you're seeing spent, is just gutting all the papers. There's that scrap of wood grain, so you'll see me use that in a few areas. I think I actually use my zigzag border punch on that piece, and that's going to be stretched behind the lower portion of the page. And then I'll bring in, there's a circular sticker with the rub-ons, that's wood grain, so I'll pull that in as well to kind of mimic the wood grain somewhere else. There's still another 6x6 wood grain, but I didn't want to cut into it when I knew I had another wood grain scrap, so that's kind of why I'm being a little stingy. There we go. I just know I want something for the badges to sit on as well. I know I want another horizontal piece running behind the photo and branching out as a shelf for these other elements to kind of sit on. So I'm trying to find a light colored neutral that I could use down there. So I end up going for this map print, and I do that zigzag border punch on that as well. But you'll see that spanning beneath the photo, and then those badges will end up sitting on that, so they're not just floating. It took me a second because I didn't cut the same, I didn't measure when I cut the first time because I knew it was going to be longer than 6 inches, so I was going to have to piece together these two pieces, but they ended up being different widths, so I kind of had to be a little clever about how I pieced it together so that you couldn't see the difference in width, in like heights of the banners, so that's kind of why I'm piecing it together weird. But I'm trying to hide the joins behind the papers. There is one join by the Georgia State Parker camper badge. You can see that seam. But it's lined up, and that doesn't bother me too terribly because, again, it's going in my book. I'm not as stingy about that kind of stuff when it's not for somebody else. So you'll see that. But I just wanted a little piece. I just wanted to go out a little farther than where you see it. So I'll go back and I'll piece together and another little section of that map, a zigzag border. But I'm gutting this one as well because one 12 by 12 left, guys. I only have one. So I'm trying to save all the bigger chunks that I can. There we go. I think my voice is almost better. I'm worried doing all these voiceovers, it'll go hoarse again. But we're almost through. I think I have one more after this one for this weekend. But there's that wood grain circular sticker you saw I just cut apart to use in 2 pieces. And there's that army badge that I'm incorporating. So I was just looking at it. I knew I had all the colors kind of incorporated. I have the badge element with using the Georgia State Parker badge. But I wanted a few more of the icons translated onto the page. So I still had this eagle sticker on the flat sticker sheet, so I end up pulling that in, as well as this little vellum banner. There's some banners in the badge as well, so I think that way I kind of have the colors represented, I have the badge represented, but I also have a few of the icons in there. So I'm happy with that representation of using that as my inspiration for the page. Now I'm just trying to finish off. I wanted a few other things with that eagle up there. That's kind of the only animal other than the bear pattern paper. So I still had a few wolves left. So I'm kind of mirroring my photo next to the badges with the 2 wolves I have left. I still had this blue Stay Curious wolf, and I also had the green Explore More wolf that I cut out of the packaging from the puppy stickers, so both of those will make it on there. I really like how that frames the photo, and it also brings like your excuse me, 3 animals in 3 separate places to give you that visual triangle. So I really like what that adds. I also get the rest of the puffy hearts on the page. I just put 1 by each of the animals, and I'm really liking how that's looking. I think I'm almost done. I do just tuck in a few border strips. My border strips are really piling up. I haven't used them as much as I usually do. So I'm just trying, while I'm doing a layery layout, to tuck in a few border pieces here and there. So you see I tucked that white wood grain in a few areas, and I tucked this green forest branding strip in a few areas. So I'm just trying to use the little layers where I can, because I knew I wanted this layout to be super layery. But there we go. So here are the close-ups. This was a really, really fun one. Thank you, Angela, for this challenge. This one was a lot of fun. But here we go. Here are the close-ups. There are those badges. I have one more to voiceover for this weekend. And then we will be back to our regular scheduled programming. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.